enforcement. Sir, what do you have for us?
Well,
I even hugged him.
yeah, I'm gonna ignore that photo in the background.
I called over Claude.
We had 14 permits, 9 C of certificate of compliances, 3 C of O's. I think there was actually a mistake, typo on for the complaints violations. I think it was 13, I actually only had 7. Legal, court for Dunning Ave was supposed to be tomorrow. Don and I just got notified that it was moved to February 23rd now. For his attorney, apparently has COVID, so they had to change it. Still no change to the property, and I don't anticipate that would have changed between yesterday and tomorrow, even if there was trial. The neighbor, just to note, the neighbor's house has been for sale for many, many months, and they have not been able to sell it. So, I mean, yeah, miscellaneous stuff for the no updates on the renters from McDonald's. They've completely stopped work over there. They're not even attempting anything right now due to no power still.
That's something right there.
What's the reasoning?
Our genie's just not.
Does anyone ask Carl to look at him when he used to work with him?
I have also called our genie myself to find out, and I haven't even gotten any calls back.
Something doesn't sound right, it's just.
It really
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
No.
I mean, I know for a fact that our genie's having, issues all over the place. 'Cause Greenbrier, they were having such problems with them, they went to the media, and it was all over the news, and then miraculously, our genie showed up the next day to do their work. Even me personally, I've been waiting for our genie for 2 years to set a pole and transformer for my project, and I'm still on the waiting list.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they did down, right down in the village, on Ratham.
Oh, that was fun.
And they had cones all across there.
Oh,
I
really?
know that there was a little fray in the wire, but all of a sudden they're gone.
Well, yeah, and nobody has explained anything, and I know I had to call Jake because the poor waste management driver that got hooked on them because they've been hanging so low.
Yeah.
And they put a red flag on him, what, 3-4 weeks ago? And then this poor guy in the waste, he had no idea what happened.
Yeah.
So I went out because I saw it. And so then I called Jake to at least get the firemen over there because I didn't know if they got the one pole down by Main Street straightened back up again. Because, I mean, it was really,
New cable.
but they haven't done anything about getting the wires back up. So I'm waiting for the next waste management truck to drive through there and take them out. But I've been hearing that about our union a lot.
Yeah. So like I said, they've completely stopped work over there, unfortunately. Same thing with down in Flex Park, not RG&E related, but they've stopped work for the winter months. They're going back in the spring. Greenbrier's continuing their work as planned. Everything's going well over there. There's a few ZBA cases coming up. One will be a special meeting on January 23rd for a possible large-scale project. That'll be advertised in the coming weeks for the meetings for that. Then I got some letters I got a letter in the mail. Somebody's going to great lengths to impersonate me apparently.
What?
They've sent a letter to us, sent it to the village of Webster. It's postmarked from the owner of the property on Park Ave. It was mailed out of Rochester. You guys all have a copy. They tried, making their own village Webster letterhead, stating, what they stated in it. They did at least
I know.
put the right code reference in there. But I want to put, on record that this did not come from the village of Webster. And just to note that besides it, the email is for the town of Webster, it's not even for my
Yeah.
village email. So, I mean, there's obviously a lot wrong with this. But I just want to make it known to the public that if they get any letters and they second guess it, to please, call up to the village hall and confirm.
Did you speak to Josh Jones about this letter?
I've actually called the town I'm sorry, the owner of the house, yes. I was actually at his house today. And he actually has not even received a copy of this letter. But it says that he is the one that sent it to us.
Well, I see that on the envelope. Obviously he didn't, why would he do that?
No, right.
So he didn't send it, but
Right.
is there really an unregistered vehicle that's sitting in his front yard or anything?
No, he even told me today, he goes, yeah, I park on the street sometimes, he said, along with a lot of other people, and he said,
There's nothing wrong with that.
it's car driven daily, so,
So that wasn't you and the bunny suit?
It's illegal.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Only overnight. It's overnight, yeah. Yeah, it's
Yes.
only illegal to park overnight.
Yeah,
Right.
In the winter.
Right. So, again.
Well, as long as you talk to Josh and said.
Yeah,
He knows
Okay.
this didn't come from the
And I did advise him that if somebody shows up at his house on January 10th, like they state they're going to
Get their name.
make sure they get the information, call law enforcement, call me, and we'll get over there right away. So, other
Well,
than that,
it's actually a crime to impersonate.
yeah, absolutely.
An official,
yeah,
I don't know if it's a felon, it might be a felon.
it is, it is a felony.
Yeah.
I guess they just got acres, so it's just supposed to be a return address, and they got the wrong spot, so.
the whole thing. Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah, like the radio service, the areas, we just got it.
Yeah, there's a,
Something going in there, he just wants.
right now, there's nothing, they're just, gutting it, getting it back up to par, opening it up a little bit more. He's got some potential clients that want to go in there, but nothing that he's ready to announce right now, or put a change of use in for, so hopefully they'll go soon, because it's a good location.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so too, but he did say he's not gonna do the expansion that he planned on originally. He may change his mind in the future, but, as of right now, they're just remodeling the inside, and they'll get somebody in there. As soon as I hear, I'll make sure I put it perfectly. Obviously, the permit will be in for the change of use, so we'll know at that time. So, any other questions?
The special zoning board meeting on the
Yes.
23rd, it's going to be jointly with the town's planning board.
Yes.
And it's going to be in this room. It's related to the Tessie potential leasing of building 200 and a couple other buildings. Building 334, half of that building's in the village, half's in the town. The two big main parking lot that they want to use is in the town, so they need approvals from both the town and the village. And in order to expedite things, it was agreed that we'd hold joint planning board, town planning board, village zoning board, so that the applicant, Tessie, doesn't have to show up to two different boards and basically give them the same
That
presentations
makes
and all
sense.
that.
That just makes sense.
And we will be lead agency.
Well, the bulk of, 95% of the project is in the village.
What's the date on that?
January 23rd, 7 p.m.
And I do have a copy of the violation.
And that would be for,
Maybe from last year.
the town's process for site plan review is a little different than the village. They have 3 stages: sketch plan review, then preliminary site plan approval, and final site plan approval. The village just has preliminary and final, no sketch plan. So, but this meeting will be to satisfy the sketch plan review for the town, and it's basically just for discussion with the village
That's good.
to bounce in case, any zoning board members have any issues that jump out at them, they can let, the owner know, and they can address it. But it's not for any approvals.
Right, but just discussion.
Right.
Good.